We're ready.
Jaden said that he found out last minute or Raekwon found out last minute that he was going to start. Just what was that process like for you?
Well, we had gone through a week, and J-Mac hadn't practiced. And he shot around a little bit, but wasn't really 100%. And at the beginning, we just wanted to be in Jaden's best interest. And when he decided that he didn't want to go, and he said, "Coach, if you need me, I can play." And I said, "Well, let's see how we do." And we started Raekwon. That's what he does. And remember our first scrimmage before we went to Italy, he had 7 threes. And when you have a guy hadn't played a lot, gets opportunities, he's got that amazing not only shooters mechanics and feel, but he's got the shooter's mind. He is an incredible talent. To be able to do what he did tonight, pretty special, and it was a big difference in the game.
Hey, so because after a guy who hasn't played a lot comes out and played a game like this, the first question is, so where has he been? So
you try to play. Listen, I told you this when we had the Quad A incident. We had that. We've got really good players in our program. And everybody, Nate came in and played an unbelievable game against USC. And everybody said, "Well, how's Nate?" And Elijah's won games for us. Sammy's won games for us. Jamal Bay, when he was coming in, played against Western Washington at 22. We've got really good guys. And it was Raekwon's night tonight. And another guy that was just cool hand Luke was Marcus Dahonis. He came in the game. He showed exceptional poise. He got us in our offense. He played really good defense. And the 2 young guys were key in our win tonight.
You've had so many games this year where you started out slow, not shooting the ball well. You guys are just on fire. The zone looked so much quicker with that lineup. Was there anything by design, or was that just how the game went?
We do what we do. When you have a guy like Isaiah down there, the more shooters you can have on the court, the better. And you got to make them. And we did that tonight at the beginning of the game. And it's funny when this unit really shared the ball. We talked about the turnover issue. We only had 8. It's 8 extra possessions compared to what we're averaging. I think that was a major plus for tonight. And it wasn't perfect, but we had a lot of rhythm offensively. I thought the ball moved. The guys shared it. And I thought our defense was at a high level tonight. I thought we really knew where Thompson and Tinkle were. Our size is a factor. And they're a good basketball team. And I was just proud of the guys. When they heard that J-Mac wasn't playing, and when I heard J-Mac wasn't playing, you're kind of going, uh-oh, let's see how we can do it. And next man up. And those guys, you saw what they did. Really proud of them.
You mentioned cutting down on the turnovers. You kind of highlighted that along with 3-point defense and 3-point shooting coming into this game. So how good was it to see everything kind of come together?
Well, it's great to see you make threes and them not making threes. And it's good to see you're not having that many turnovers. And, I got to give a lot of credit. Our coaching staff has done an amazing job with these guys, keeping them confident, keeping them working, getting them prepared. I got an incredible staff. And, Raekwon hadn't been playing. The coach has been working with him, just like they did Jamal Bay last year. They're keeping those guys fresh and ready and confident. And, then you get your opportunity and you help us win games just like they did tonight.
He said Raekwon said there were things that he had to learn before he could really play. He acknowledged that. Even as much as he wanted to play, he said there were things I had to learn. What were those things?
Our defensive scheme is a little bit, you're kind of changing habits, how you've been taught your whole life. There's some habit pieces that can break down for us, and you did a lot of reps from our rotations to the way, you're trying to keep the ball at a high post, and then acknowledgement of shooters. It takes time. And like I said, the staff has done a good job really preparing them and understanding it and getting extra reps in practice. And we have a scout team every day, and sometimes they play as the scout, so they get a lot of reps, against our purple and gold, and just waiting for their opportunity. Gave them a little taste UCLA, a little taste at USC, a little more of a taste at Cal. I don't think Ray played at Stanford, but he was really, really good tonight.
Mike, two things. With Jaden, it was game form.
Yeah.
And then, is tonight an example of how just a little bit of outside shooting early can eventually open things up inside for Isaiah when teams are so focused?
I think it just opens up for everything, for drives, for kickouts. It flows to the game. I mean, it's the biggest weapon in the game. And when you have guys who can space the floor, we've got guys who can penetrate play. I mean, you're talking about Nas Carter. I don't know if there's a better driver in the country. And Jamal Bay. I mean, you have shooters like that. And J-Mac. You need spacers. And he's not just a spacer though. He's a, if you believe me, like he's one of those guys you think he might even have a closeout and it's up. It's pretty quick release. He reminds me of Ray Allen. He's just got that really quick release.
Your original plan was to redshirt Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
How did you sort of handle that decision to now where he played almost
Marcus
30 minutes?
Quade's can't play anymore. Do you want to play or not? I want to play, coach. All right, let's go. You ready? You want to go play? All right. And then the first game, I didn't play him, and so I felt kind of bad. But ballers ball. Ballers play. I mean, there was a story about Sam Cassell, how he could just walk. It could be a summer playground day, and he just walks in. He's got sandals on, and he flips them off, puts on some shoes there, and goes and gets 40. Like they do that. They're basketball players. He's a basketball player, and not to put too much pressure on him, but it was like I was just impressed how he hadn't played. Plays in a big time environment against a really good team, and he showed a lot of poise, a lot of patience. He got his intersets, and he executed our defense, and that's what you want.
Even in just these few games that he's been starting, are you seeing more confidence from Jamal Bay running the point?
No question. Letting him touch the ball a lot, obviously, is the point at the beginning. We're asking him to do something that is extremely, I wouldn't say extremely uncomfortable, but something that's very hard to do. You got to remember the play, so you have the mental part of it, and then you got to execute it, and then you got to perform in a position where you normally haven't played. I really believe in the long term it's really going to help his game to be able to do that. But the coaches, like I said, have worked with him on just getting the ball up the court, getting us into our offense, and then we can put one of the point guards in, and you slide him to the two. And I think the earlier he gets in the game, he touches it. I think he just he's had really good, consistent games, and I think he can actually do more. I mean, he's an exceptional shooter. I thought he had some really good drives to the basket today. He didn't get the calls, but I thought he had 3 or 4 great drives where I was begging for come on. There's a little bit of contact there, but confident.
Yeah, it seemed as if tonight you played some lineups that you hadn't played before this season.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
And if so, just how confident were you with that, with those pairings?
Well, I had to think about it a lot. And then, what offenses that you run with them. And a lot of times I'm looking on a defensive perspective, like where the game is. If we're up, I might make a defensive change, trying to make sure that we can get a stop. That's the most important thing. If it's offense, then it'll be a different change. I felt like, I wanted Nate to get in there with Isaiah to get a couple, try to get an offensive rebound or two. I thought we weren't going to the glass enough. We were settling for one shot early. But with that, when the quad A thing materialized, we had to adapt a little bit. And there's some things that you're trying out. I tried to start. I was going to maybe start Marcus, and I started Raekwon, but I played Marcus starting minutes, and he played great. And so, hopefully we can just keep getting better. More and more guys are getting opportunities, and that's going to make us a better team, and hopefully in March.
Did Raekwon cramp up in the second half?
He did. He had a breakaway. You guys have never seen him jump either. I can't wait for you to see it. Everybody talks about Nas. My man can fly. I thought when his leg went, I don't want to compare him to, but he's done some things in practice, trust me, that you'll be like, oh, I didn't even know, shake it, Is that right? Did I just see that?
Earlier in the year, Mike McCready was here and you were pretty excited about that.
I heard he was here tonight too.
Is it just normal rock stars?
New album too. Oh my God. New album, Pearl Jam album, and I heard he was here.
You didn't even notice.
The game was not even over. I would have gone up and tried to hug him and kiss him. A minute left, I would have been straight across. A technical foul. Get back in the box. Are you kidding me, Mike McCready? Pretty awesome.
We've talked a lot about Raekwon shooting tonight, but he also led the team in steals. What did you think about his defense?
He's just active. He rebounds the basketball. He has a knack for that ball. You know, he's a great wide receiver. You know, he's got a knack for it. And the thing that I love most about him is he just plays and competes, and he has ultra confidence, and that's very rare these days.
Can you talk about some conversations you maybe had with Isaiah about being double teamed, being triple teamed, and hanging in there?
Listen, guy, every day gives it everything he's got, gives it 120%. He gives his body, he gives his mind, he gives his soul to his players, his teammates every day. And it was really nice for those other guys to step up and hit some shots and get some drives, and knowing that we can win even if he doesn't, you know, or the way that they're guarding him. You know, other guys make shots, it just changes everything. And so, you know, we talk about Isaiah just wants to win. That's the greatest thing about him. It's not about stats, it's about winning. That's what makes him special. And you know what the cool thing was tonight, really, is when like Raekwon made a couple threes to see how the team responds. We filmed the bench. So it's going to be fun going back and watching those guys when they got the opportunity, how, you know, the guys have been sitting on that bench for a long time, and getting that opportunity is pretty cool to hear that applause and to see their teammates backing them and supporting them. Pretty cool stuff.
Couple more.
Coach, you won the game with your defense.
Yep.
You held their two top players. Tinko had 15, 11 of them from the free throw line. Ethan Thompson only had 6. Did you do anything special or different than what you normally do? Trying to take them out of it?
You know, we were just very aware. The scout team did a great job. Coach Conaway had the scout, and he had the scout team really running their stuff. We have guys that, obviously they're not Trace Tinkle, but we you know, train them to play like them, and we know Ethan Thompson and their strengths. And it was very important to understand that when you have two guys that you know, take 51% of their shots and this and that, you can't let them beat you. You got to make it very difficult. And so we were really aware of their sets and how they tried to get them the ball. And you know, last year when they had Thompson, and Tinkle, it was, you know, and so you know, we talked about how important it was to defend the three-point line, and I thought they did that tonight. But a lot of awareness, and it was a lot of really good job of the coaching staff in practice.
What's Jaden's likely availability for Oregon?
He's playing. He was begging me in the middle of the game, can I go in? I'm like, nope.
Oregon lost to Washington State today. Just did you know about that? And A just doesn't.
Listen, this league, the greatest thing about this league is going to be so much fun. It's going to be a roller coaster. So many good teams, new coaches, new energy. It's hard to win. Games are going to come down to the wire. That's what makes it so exciting. And you know, for them to lose, you know, are they going to play their best? But you know, listen, it's Oregon. You know, they're one of the top teams in the country. They play a top 10 team. You got one of the best coaches in college basketball, Dana Altman. What could you want more? A little bit of job. The only other thing that you want a little bit more is a little bit more rest, rather than 38. I think we played within 38 hours. Is that what it is? Is that true? But you know, and let me tell you something. How about the dog pack tonight? Are you kidding me? How freaking that was unbelievable. You know, they started doing that thing, and I started getting the chills during the game. That fires me up. But they brought it every darn game, and can't wait to see that crowd on Saturday morning. Can't wait.
Good.
Go, Let's go, baby.